Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renée Patrice. I wanted to check in with you guys again to discuss something, and this is actually piggybacking off of something that Trent Shelton, if you don't follow Trent Shelton, he is a great speaker, motivational speaker, former football player, and just find him on social media. It will change your life. But he did a piece on, it was talking about him looking through his text messages and seeing what his inner circle is like. What was he talking about in his text messages? What are the things that he's putting into the atmosphere about life and the type of conversations he was having with friends? And I wanted to kind of piggyback off of that and say that we have to evaluate our inner circles. We have to look at the type of relationships that we're keeping and really decide if this is lifting us up. If we are giving to other people the way we expect them to give to us. What type of friend are you? We're always looking for folks that have our back, but do you have other people's back? And if you are in friendships with people that all they do is joke around, nobody's serious, nobody is trying to build, no one is really trying to further their careers, no one is really speaking about, coming together in business or, just pouring into each other as friends, why do you keep them around? I always wonder that when I see folks that just float through life. It's just, I'm just here, whatever's whatever. And I never could understand that. Like, why would you just want to have people around you who just drain your spirit? Why would you just want to have people around you who every single time you talk to them, it's just constantly negative? Or it's just constantly just complete nonsense. And what I mean by that is there's never any substance to what they bring to the table. Every time you have a conversation with them, it's always surrounded in gossipy sort of tones. If you really want to move forward in your life, if you really want to be successful in your business, this is both business and personal, you have to keep people around you who are positive. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to be positive every day, but they have to be the type of people that are going to be there for you and lift you up, even when you may not have the strength to lift yourself up. And you should always be doing the same. There's a saying out there that says we are most like the 5 people that we hang around the most. So you have to think, who's your inner circle? Who are those 5 people that you interact with every day? Are they just about nonsense? Are they just about the latest gossip? Are they just dragging you into conversations or just have a lot of drama surrounding them all the time? Always bombarding you with questions of nonsensical type things. You have to really evaluate your inner circle. And some people need to be moved out of that inner circle and put kind of on the outskirts. My dad always used to say this, and I always used to get mad when he would say it, now that I think about it, because I found it kind of offensive at first. But you know what? Since he's passed, and for those of you that know, my dad passed away last year. It hasn't been quite a year yet, but the things that he used to say, some of the things, I would just get so irritated by. And one of the things he said was, sometimes you have to love people from a distance. And I remember him saying that a few times growing up, and I was like, Daddy, that's not, why would you say that? That's not, that's not fair. That's not a nice way to be. And now that I'm older, I definitely understood it more. And now that he's passed, I tell you, I have seen people show their true colors in business, in personal, and some true colors has been amazing. I saw a side of people that I didn't even know existed that was just everything that I needed, that my family needed at that time, especially the support, of losing a loved one. And then I saw true colors of some folks that it was very disappointing and very telling of that saying. Sometimes you just have to love people from a distance. That doesn't mean we hate anyone. It doesn't mean that we throw people away. It's not about that. But sometimes you have to move people from your inner circle to the outer circle. You have to protect your peace. You have to bring the good and the positive around you so that the negative can be pushed out. And it doesn't have to happen overnight. I'm not saying to stop talking to people and just cut people off out of the blue. But what I am saying is that when people are coming to you in the gossip tone, when people are coming to you in the space of negative, just drama, you have to temper it. You have to not get sucked into that life because it hinders you personally and professionally. I always hear people say, especially in the professional world, oh, I can't get any further. I'm not getting opportunities. I'm not, but then you're on your social media, you're posting you smoking weed. You're posting you up in the club clanking drinks 24/7. But then you wonder why people don't take you seriously in business because they're watching what you're doing. Your inner circle, the people that you keep around you the most every day, those people are either going to pour into you or they're going to drain you. And you have to decide which one that is. And if they're draining you, they need to be bumped to the outer circle. People that drain, people that just take and take and take, those are the folks that need to be pushed to the outer circle. Those are the folks that you need to have very limited dealings with because it doesn't do anything for your spirit. It doesn't do anything to build you up. And on the flip side, you need to be a positive influence and a positive light in other people's lives. Don't you be the draining friend. Don't you be the person that just always has drama surrounding them and putting your drama on other people. Don't you be that person either. Be the friend that you want people to be to you. What do you bring to the table? So I just wanted to check in with this because it definitely sat in my spirit when I had listened to Trent talk about this because it's so true. If you want to move forward in your life, if you want to see success in your life, if you want to see yourself climbing and being lifted up, you have to have an inner circle that is going to support that. And if they're not supporting that, you need to reevaluate and see where you are and start making changes. And like I said before, it's not going to happen overnight. But I guarantee you, once you start making those changes, because I've actually had to do this in my own life, so I'm speaking from experience with this in professional and personal. Once you do that, you're going to see so many things change. You're going to see so many opportunities. That law of attraction is real. It is absolutely real. So for this episode, And I may touch on this a little bit more in some future episodes, but this episode is all about evaluating your inner circle. Check your inner circle and see who's pouring into you and who's draining you. Because I guarantee you, once you figure that out, your life is going to shift. And it's going to shift in a really positive way. I'll talk to you guys soon. If you want to follow me on social media, please do. I love talking to my supporters. Find me on social media at OnyxQueen Media. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.